Hello, hello, Capricorns. Just adjusting. Sorry, but I didn't like where that was. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. My name is Patty. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot. This is for the 17th through the 23rd, guys, and there is a full moon on the 17th. Now, I'm recording this on the 15th. We also had Mercury Retrograde come into play yesterday. If you didn't feel those energies, I would be really surprised. If you were feeling irritable, didn't understand why communication was sort of off, or your computers or your phones were sort of off, definitely Mercury retrograde came in, and boy, did I feel it. I was at work and I was hurt, but I was trying to hold my own. So this is going to be the 17th through the 23rd. So know that that's going to come into play, and we'll talk a little bit about that more as we go. This deck here, for those of you that are brand new, is my divine deck. This is the deck that gives you the answer to something that you are trying to work on, ask a question to the second dimension, which is God, divine, sacred one, whatever you want to call them. And this is the answer he's trying to bring. I don't know what it is that you're needing. You're looking for someone, definitely are in love with someone, or waiting for someone, that kind of a thing. So just hang on and I will share that with you. So I'm going to go to the current and future energies. Current energies are this week. Future energies could be up through the end of the month. Just depends on you and what this message resonates with you. So we'll get started here. All righty. So we have the first card out, and then I'll go to a reading. All right. So if you do enjoy or watch my channel, please don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. Join the I do a lot that is live, and you're always welcome to join in as long as it's positive. Also, too, the other announcement that I have is that you will see on my website, or if you're wanting coaching or a reading, it's going to be done by donation. So it depends on where your budget lies. And if you can't, then you can't. So Divine is saying, just do donations for 2022. So I hope that helps, and I hope it opens the door for some of you out there to be able to get some coaching, or just if you want to. All right, so let's get started here. Got a beautiful start. Beautiful, beautiful start. And the Divine's card is the number 4. So we're trying to get some balance, or there's stability. And that the way that we're going to get that is through what he's doing is a tender embrace. What does that mean? I'll show you the card here in a second. I just read out. Um, what does that mean? Okay, that means that the tender embrace could be for yourself, embracing yourself. Because with this full moon, Saturn Uranus conjunct with Mercury retrograde, communication is really hard. However, during this time, we want to reminisce. We want to reminisce about things of the past. I've already done it. Yesterday, I was laying in bed and I was like, why am I reminiscing? And I was like, oh, yeah, Mercury retrograde, Saturn, kind of a thing. However, this warm embrace is not only to be for somebody else, but to be for yourself as well, because of the number 4 being a foundation. So we need to start with love, and love is embracing things in a loving light, a high vibration rather than a low vibration, coming in with something as a positive thinking rather than a negative thinking, embracing it and seeing the good in it. All right. This is going to build a new transformation. Wow, that is beautiful. I never noticed that. Thank you. So he's asking me to look at the butterfly down at the bottom. Whenever there's a butterfly, there's a transformation. So this might be something that you need to work on this week. Maybe there's something that you're trying to figure out, and it's like, well, I hate to say this, but if we want love, we need to be love. If whatever we energy put out, then we are going to get back. If you, this happened yesterday. If you go into a job that you're angry or upset or whatever, then everybody else has this energy and they feel it. And then before you know it, other people are probably angry or upset or whatever. It's just part of the energy process. It's this bouncing off or absorbing of energy. So be mindful this week what energy you're putting out. This is about your foundation. This is about where things, your core is coming from, being really into that. All right. Your current energy for the theme of this is for this next week, or actually through the 17th through the 23rd, is the Diamond Dreamer. So material wealth and true prosperity, it's the number six. Okay. We get our wealth and our prosperity from what we put out in energy. So a lot of the times, you can, let's take a job for instance. You can tell an employee that's lazy, doesn't want to do anything, doesn't make, doesn't make the effort, that kind of a thing, versus the other employee is actually a go-getter, wants to get things done, wants to intermingle, wants to be more active and positive. We get our material wealth from the energy we put out. Same thing here, guys. Same thing. So wherever your passion is, that is where your highest vibrational energy is. So you want to be working in something that you could be putting that out. Now, if you're not in one of those positions, then what you want to do is work on that process, because it's the number six of getting to that type of a job or that type of mindset. Because a lot of the times we go in with a twisted mindset and things are not as they seem. Thank you. That was beautiful. So things that are not as they seem, but which means you go in there and you're thinking in a more of a negative, but in actually reality, if you looked at the perspective outside of what you're feeling, then it could be a totally different story. It's like getting trying to think that you might know something of someone. That's your thought process. But then what happens is, when you ask that person their perspective, it's totally off, sort of a twisted way of thinking. So, again, your material prosperity and your wealth can be more of a health wealth. I'm rich in knowledge, I'm rich in wisdom, I'm rich in health, I'm rich in those kind of things. What is your true prosperity for you? What is that? And that's something to look at. Okay. In your future energy for the rest of the month, I'm going to say the rest of the month, that's what popped in, is the resting tree, patience and stillness. Again, the number four. You guys, I can't make this up. This is what I look at this card, the future energy, more of the astrology. I look at the first one as divine. And the divine, and what are these two? These are two both energies. They're the exact same numbers, they're the exact same thing. The thing is, we have to have patience and stillness in our life in order for things to create a great foundation. And that's what's going on with these two cards, is that we have to have stillness, understanding of what we need in our foundation and our core, where it starts from. Does our core start from anger, animosity, negative, and that kind of a thing? It's showing up in your reading here, because, and we'll go into that right now, but we need to have some patience and we have to have some stillness in order to hear divine, in order to get the second dimensions signals per se. Because if we're not still, it's sort of like an antenna on a car, or I would say radios, but you guys don't have those anymore, antennas on radios. But the thing is that antenna is there for a frequency, to connect to a frequency. Okay. Our crown chakra and our eye chakra and our heart chakra, but mostly our eye and our crown chakra, is to connect to that frequency. It can't connect if there's so much noise. So imagine fog being in between your antenna and the frequencies for the radio station, okay, or whatever you use. And sometimes it gets cloudy, and you can't hear it, and there's static. That is what's happening when we are not still and in patience and quiet, is that we get these clouds and frequency things that we cannot hear, or we cannot feel, or our intuition isn't clear of what's going on, so our frequency is off. So you can hear it. It's sort of like when we are fasting. I'm in a 21-day fasting right now, so that I can get more clarity on what divine wants me to do, what wisdom he wants me to bring in, where he wants me to grow spiritually. Getting goosebumps. This Somebody's doing the same thing. So, really, in this stillness and this quietness, and turning off the radios and turning off the noise and turning things off, we're going to get a better clarity of what this second dimension. You might even hear, you might even see, or you might even get that intuition nudge more than you think during that patient time. Okay. So, you got a couple different energies going on here. One is more communication, one is more the Saturn Uranus energy. trying to reminisce of the past and move forward. But the biggest energy right here is whatever you're trying to come through is to make sure you do it in love and light. Okay. So let's get to your reading. A lot of choices. You got a lot of choices coming up. You got the 7 of Cups. There is a choice, and you're not sure how you want to move. Reason why you don't know why you want to move is you got too much going on. You got too much going on, too much noise. Okay, too much noise. So you don't know which way to feel, which way to go, which way to do, because we have the Chariot in between. That's why I'm saying it's trying to move forward, but your foundation is off a little bit because we got 2 number 4s. Okay, you really, whatever you want and desire, you can actually work towards. But you're going to have to be a little bit of a Virgo. You're going to have to analyze and assess things. That is the Saturn Uranus conjunct that's going on with Mercury. Guys, Mercury retrograde is going to be around till February 3rd. So this is something you need to do to work on yourself. You need to begin to assess what it is that you really want, what you desire, where you want to go, and how you want to do it, and in passion, because this is your current energy. Okay. Again, whatever you put out, you're going to get back. Okay, think about that. So the only way to eliminate so that you can grow something together, because the number 2 is about growing that partnership or growing that bond closer or bringing that foundation to a solid core, to a solid stance, to a place to start, like building a house on solid ground versus sand. Okay, so this is the time that we're going to really rebuild that ground where we're going to put the house. Okay, I use a lot of hypotheticals because maybe you can get a visual of what I'm trying to talk about. So when you have too much on your plate, you cannot focus on one thing. So if you're really trying to master something, you cannot do it when you have a ton of things going on. Okay. How do I know? Experience. Okay. So I used to have 3, 4 things going at one time. Even in art, my art classes, I would have 3 or 4 things going on. But the thing is, I couldn't master the one. Yeah, they all looked great, or they whatever I was doing was fine. However, I couldn't master. Now, if I would have taken that energy and released some of these other 3 things, then I would maybe be able to master this. Okay. And that's sort of what's going on, is that we're trying to build this partnership, a mastery of something, something that you love and desire. Reason why is at the center of your cards is the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is something coming to you that you have really wanted, you really desired, you really look forward to. It's going to happen. This is something that is sort of like when you buy a new car, right, and you're all happy and excited and you finally got it, and it gradually wears off. Okay, that it's a new car, it's great for probably a couple of months, and then it begins to wear off. That's what the 9 of Cups is. It means that you're going to get something, but the thing is that whatever it is, it's not going to stay. It's like relationships, you're all excited in the beginning, and then it sort of just filters into a nice solid relationship where it goes bye bye kind of thing. Right? And the reason I say this is because next to this, you've got the Hermit facing the 9 of Cups. And what is the Hermit? Hermit's Virgo energy. This is Virgo energy is about assessing, analyzing, trying to be a little bit more cross the T's, dot the I's, make sure things are in a row, making sure things are going to happen properly. It's also making sure that each step is taken and not miss. Okay. There is something in this card, though, I want to share. This is the 8 of Cups, because I think somebody has a desire, a want, something that they want to do or grow, or maybe it's a relationship, but they're afraid to say it. So don't be afraid and walk in fear. Say it, or say what you need, say what you want, say what you desire, because what happens is in that interim, that will create more wisdom for you in knowing if that's right for you or if it's not. Okay. That's where the patience and stillness comes in, is saying what you desire, saying what you want, and then wait for the response, wait for what it is. So, for example, hey, I just want to know if they love me. Well, you need to ask, because Tell them how you feel and let's see what they feel. If they're not meant to be in their life, then they will gradually dissipate or they'll go away. And that's okay because now you have the wisdom to go ahead and move forward in the way that you need to. This is also a loving embrace for yourself. Okay. This is a loving embrace to say, I care about myself self enough not to waste time. I care about them not to waste their time. Okay. And this also brings in true prosperity, honest, absolute. Because in prosperity, again, I said it's not always about money, it could be about wisdom. This is your Emperor card, is your challenge card. It is about somebody really reaching out, trying to find out what they need to do for their future, and also understanding that communication is a huge, huge part of that. Because when we communicate, we get more wise, we get more experience, we get more knowledge. Knowledge is more earth based, wisdom is spiritual based. Okay. And the thing is, this challenge card is somebody doesn't want to go there. Somebody's afraid to ask the question. Somebody really doesn't because he's facing, I don't know if I really want to go there. Well, if you don't go there, then you can't either heal or fix whatever it is you need to fix or get the knowledge of what you need to do. Time is precious. Don't waste a minute of it. Okay. Because again, divine is saying it's so important to love from your foundation. This is your foundation is love. I don't know if you know that, but that's the highest vibration of any is love. And when you do that and you get a foundation based from love, thank you, that was beautiful, that you can actually move forward in peace and calmness. You get over the anxiety, you get over depression. Now, yes, there is medical things, and I'm not going to go there. However, this is for somebody that is allowing their feelings to control them and not them control. Okay. This is again something that you need to be patient with, have time with, take your time, ask questions, ask and go there. You want to ask questions no matter what. And if you don't have somebody, there's so many resources on, the internet and YouTube, and you can always, email me again. It's all free. You can donate if you want. You don't have to. However, it's the questions are there. I have people from all over the world just sending me emails and asking ideas or texting me and can I help with this one little thing? Sometimes it's a big thing. Sometimes it's about their empath and being an empath and all that kind of stuff. Again, patience. The temperance card. I can't make this up, guys. Number 6 in numerology and not in the deck because she's an arcana, but major arcana. But this again is about patience, giving your time, giving yourself the time to figure things out, to analyze, to assess, and restart something from a solid foundation, right? Now, whatever that is, it could be a relationship, could be a job, whatever it is. Yeah. There's again the pentacle card. So somebody is dealing with their income or their financial status. There might be something new that's coming up for somebody financially because, and this could mean that you'll keep a day job and maybe it's something that you can do on the side, something that brings you extra money. However, it's a new creative idea that maybe you didn't. It might be your permanent job, your day job, or whatever your major income is. And if you're going to school, could be due to your career and your thought process of what you're wanting to do, where you're wanting to go, and are you in the right career. But there's something new and fresh that is coming. But you gotta have patience, guys. Gotta have patience. All right. All right. See if there's, and I'm gonna pull a full moon card here because we are in the full moon. Now we're in the energies of the full moon, so you're just gonna start seeing those, and it's pretty powerful. Anything else? Or a pentacles. Got to release. Got to release. So the Four of Pentacles is about releasing, letting go. This is also too with the retrograde Saturn Uranus conjunct as well as the full moon. This is a time to let go. The number 10, let go of something so something new can come in. Okay, we do need to, this is pentacles as well. So maybe there's something that you've been trying to do and it's not working. Might not be that you have to let it go, but there may be something in there that you just have to twist. It's sort of like my horse stuff. Okay, things don't work the same, or people don't buy the same as they used to 10 years ago or 5 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. So I have to adjust something. Doesn't mean I have to change it 100%, because you don't need to fix a wheel that's not broken. It's just you might have to twist it a little, and that might be for somebody. But you got to let go of old ways and old things. For the COVID, a lot of the old stuff is gone, and nothing like that is going to come back again. It's very different. It's like these old prices of gas and all that kind of stuff. You think they're going to come back. So we have to sort of get used to this new change and let go, and sort of just be more easy to go with the flow. Okay. This When you go with the flow and become a little bit more relaxed, this is your foundation. This is growing your foundation, because now you're letting things to heal, move, and move in a direction. Okay, that is really good. I don't know who that's for, but you got to get rid of some of this. Somebody's got too much noise in their background, too many things going on. Try to hone it down, try to bring it down to one or two things. Prioritize what is most important, again, because you're looking at embrace, tender embrace. Your tender, whatever that is that you love and have that passion to do, then that is where that more embrace is. But you got to be still, you got to be quiet, you got to listen to divine. Divine will give you the answer and the sign right when it's the, might not be your time, but all right? Because everything that I want, I end up having to wait for, but as long as I'm patient and obedient. It doesn't, it comes with faith, obedience, and time. Yes. Can't make this stuff up, guys. I really can't. This is the full moon card. This is the card that says the start is coming. This says it's a new moon, but it is also the full moon with a reset, because the full moon is the start of a new um, cycle. Okay. So we begin a new cycle, a new moon as well. Different cycles. They're very different cycles that we do. One cycle is releasing, one cycle is abundantly pulling in and gaining. So there is a new start. And for somebody, I don't know who this is for, but it's your mindset, a new way of thinking, a new way of moving your thought process in a positive, more uplifting, because this is going to bring you more prosperity in everything, in your emotions, in your relationships, in your work, and in your just your life in general. Okay. But again, got to be still, be patient. All right. All right, guys, this was your reading. I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe again. And again, I am doing readings and donation only. So if you would like that, then let me know. Um, I am on a tight schedule due to my. So I hope you have a wonderful week. There should be a full moon reading on the 17th, I believe. I can do a live one. I'm not sure, but subscribe, hit the bell. You'll be notified when I am online. And I would love for you to join my community. Take care and have a great week. And don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love.